proper rig now. It's absolutely flying there, isn't it? Oops. We're just making a bit of room in the wheat shed. Tuesday morning, Rob's just tipped some wheat out there. We're gonna actually take this out and go on to barley next. And we've not really got any room to discharge it if we carry on drying wheat, so we'll lift that into here, leave it in that corner, and then we'll discharge the barley into there because we've now got the milling wheat the other side of that wall. This year the yields are absolutely awful. Anyway, I'm going to show you why. This is what the wheat looks like. Little tiny pinch grains that haven't filled. Right, now I'm going to show you something. So if we get 3 wheat grains, I've picked the 3 best, which are probably what would be average for a normal year. They're by no means large grains, but the 3 average ones. So I'm going to put them on the scales and I'm going to weigh this beaker. So this beaker now is at 0, yeah? Take it off. I'm going to put 3 grains in it and weigh it. We've got 19th of a gram, yeah? Now, I tip them out. And then I've got in this jug 14 grains this year size. So if I tip them in there might be a weed seed as well, but never mind. And then we put them on the scales. Oop. And 14 grains are the same weight as 3 plump ones. That is why the yields are absolutely awful this year. Now what I did before was I tried to tear that and I weighed them 3 grains and I was lifting these small ones on until I could get that to move, but they were so light that it wasn't even making the scales move. So that's why, there you go, 0.4 of a gram now with nearly half them on. When I was picking them out one at a time, that wasn't really working. There you go. So I think one's skated off, but look at that. So all them 0.16 of a gram, add that one, and that one. There you go. That is why we've got awful yields this year. So 3 grains there, adding up to 0.19 of a gram, 14 grains there, adding up to the same. That is why we have had awful yields this year. In fact, I'll lift one of them across and you can just see the difference. That is what the drought has done and what it's cost. Some fields have yielded 1/6 of what we would expect. Oscar's locked the keys in the Merlot, so I'm just going to open the door handle. Do your fingers and I'll go up higher. You have to let go now because you're pulling it tight. One more go. Try and get it on the end of the hand, will it? You get it on the end of the hand. So I'll be one out and film it at the same time. Don't smash the glass. Let's catch on that bottle there, innit? There you go. Hey. 46 seconds. Good job the alarm wasn't on. Me and Andrew are just going to quickly clear off these bales of straw, and then there's a bit of grass, a bit of ryegrass growing, so we're going to spray that off today. And we've got some muck to spread, but we don't want to spread the muck because it bury the ryegrass for killing it, you see. A bit of straw up here actually, more than I thought. Mind you, there is 100 odd acres here, so perhaps per acre there isn't actually. Sounds like Monster Adam's truck. Straw all shifted and stacked up. Rain didn't actually just come straight through, but it's messing up for baling. But yeah, it's not really wet the bale, so it'll be blowing off in a minute. Even the driveway's starting to dry, so that's good. I'm just making a bit of room in the wheat shed with a little pusher because we're going to go on to barley. So I wasn't going to dry any more wheat, but I'm going to put one more load through, shove this up on the top here, and then we'll be able to discharge the barley into that corner once we've cleaned it out. Whereas this little pusher is great just for getting a little bit of height, but without being too big and getting stuck against the wall. That coupled to a 10-metre boom and it's alright. This joystick's got a little bit loose, and see there's a screw in there. Come out. Down there. So I'll just tighten it up now. Yeah, I'll tighten that. Good, isn't it? Rob's just changing some chipper teeth, but I'm just going to get the sign off the front of this, ready for moving the header. Header on the little Valtra. When it come, I thought the gear changes weren't ideal. Anyway, they're brilliant now, so I don't mind driving it as much. Otherwise, I used to prefer the fence. This field here, we cut the middle out of it today because it was skyfall, and the outside is still pretty green. Remember you showed you, but anyway, we just want to get the wheat out of the way now, so we're just going to cut it. We're going to chop the head because there's not a lot on it anyway. So John's just pulling into it now. Andrew's here, poised with the front flail, ready to mow around the edge. He's just been mowing around that tree and them ponds, I think. So he brought a trailer with him. He's going to now mow around the outside of the field. Twist the wheat through like these weeds at the yard gate. Oops. Something stuck in the mower. Oh! I'm going to pull out, we're going to have to cut it out. Oh, it's gone right round that bearing. Oh! We're just setting up the room for later. Putting the urns on so that they warm up, although it's so hot I think people are going to be wanting cold drinks. Right, we set up now. I think we've got 60 normal chairs, and then we've got 5 office chairs we're going to bring in, or 4 office chairs and 1 old one. I think there's 75 coming later, so there's 10 people that might just have to perch on a table or stand. It is supposed to be a farm walk anyway, so. We've got some Irish visitors just turned up from Southern Ireland, Tipperary, which we all heard the joke. It's quite a way away. The Graces. I think there's 2 of them hiding there. Yeah. They ran off. Never mind. This is the last field of wheat. You can barely see the row of straw it's put down. It's so short. But again, look at the stubble. Other than with the drill's gone a bit wide there. You know, tremendous germination. Plant stand, just no yield because obviously the grains are so small. It's absolutely flying there, isn't it? Yeah, the grains are so small and not really any tillers. Yeah, not going to be much to pick up there with the baler though, is there? Started with the flail off, some big bumps there, so taking it gingerly over them. Trailer rocks backwards and forwards. A lot of dust coming out the back, considering it's still got green in it. Gonna get a sheaf of wheat for the Harvest Festival for the church, so John does that and then shuts down. You might be able to lift it off the knife, maybe. I think last time I did it, I just barreled in and pressed the emergency stop. Not much of a sheep. That's the last of the wheat now. And I hope we never have a yield of wheat the same ever again. I think I probably said that last year, and it got worse. Last year, I thought things couldn't get any worse, and they did. Annoyingly, this field yielded a little bit better than what we thought it was going to do. So we can't shut the lids on the combine, so we're waiting for, full focus, the dirt on the window. We're waiting for Andrew to, no, not in focus. Waiting for Andrew to come back with the trailer so we can empty it and then get on to some barley. This was how wet it was when we drilled the field. You see the ruts. And then as soon as we drilled it, it stopped raining. Andrew's come back, picked the last bit up. Me and John are now off. He's not folded his auger in now, has he? We had a tyre blocker in the gateway, so I scooped it up on the front linkage on the way in. So let's see what this barley does. It's a bit weedy, but it doesn't look too bad. John's here, I'm the bank manager. And we're back into the spring barley. I'm going to have to sort of drive through a little bit. I don't normally do this, but there's so many cars coming. I couldn't really find a better way to go when I got here with the header trailer. I have to pick the tyre up on my way in, otherwise I'd let the combine in first. And Morgan's just turning in now on the quad track. It's a proper rig now. Been on that for days. Been on it for days. John's just working around that hidden manhole that bent the header the other year. Ignore the wild oats. Right, going to do today's birthdays quick before we do the farm walk. So Clive, then we got Joe and Leonie. I think it's pronounced Haynes, maybe, but I'm not sure. It's a bit confusing how it's written. It's their 8th wedding anniversary. Bridget Green is $0, and Harry Lennox is 14. So happy birthday everyone on there. And now we're up to £101,707. So if Morgan did dye his hair for charity, what colour?
I don't know, blonde maybe? Or
Purple to match your shorts.
Yeah, I could go purple, yeah, or neon blue.
That's today's quiz question. If you did neon blue, it'd wash out. If you did it blonde, then it's blonde forever, isn't it? Until it grows out. Morgan's tipping with an audience. I was going to say it's not often the combine gets a welcome committee, but it did on the combine run. Sunset, isn't it? So John's in the field now, cutting the headland off. Rob's waiting with the baler. It is a bit damp, but there's only going to be a few bales, so we're just going to bail him anyway. Yeah, way better, yeah. So we're just going to bail him anyway. It's a bit damp, but we're bailing now as well. John's finished the field, Rob's now hoovering straw up, Andrew's arrived to collect the bales, and Morgan is now going to start levelling it off. You'll see these big ruts in a second, but he's going to bounce over. They're pretty much all over the field, including over there where we couldn't drill because it's so wet in the spring. Everything in the field at once. To get a video of everyone, don't I? So that everyone needs to smile. My phone's going to go flat as well. The lads are taking the header off and all the kit back, and we're going to go back to the yard and edit what you've just watched. That is all for today. A little bit different. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. You're going to wave, James?